So while me I just one mechanic, let me make that clear, While me I just one mechanic, just a review some things. Me want to ask one question. Me need to ask where authorities of this country, Jamaica, me talk about we comprador elite them, the bourgeoisie them, and some of them proletariat that we seem to not understand certain things. At what point in becoming a republic what me say when I advertise, at what point are we going to navigate away from colonialism? Me need somebody to just answer that. In a 2025, where every day me I hear on TV say, and on the radio say, yeah man, we listen to TV and radio, we don't go there on TikTok every day. At what point, when you not tell me now, say, we are becoming a republic, what point we are navigate from colonialism? You know, say we still, you know, say the psychological remnants of colonialism still a linger in our brain. I want to realize that in a 2025, people are used to cloth and we have a siege over it. So, these are the Town and Communities Act when me I look upon right here. So. And yes, it has shown some things. For example, Section 3, let me go down to Section 3, how much. If me can read it right, because as we say, we are mechanic, So we could look in at Section 3 and see what them are tell we say in a Section 3 here. So Section 3L, I say now, any person, because the predicate start from up there, so So I could read which part it reach so. So it up there, so it has say any person shall, so it has say yes, so shall sell or distribute or offer for sale or distribute or the distribution, or shall mark on any fence, wall or any building or any obscene figure, drawing, painting or presentation or sing any profane, indecent or obscene song or ballad or write or draw any indecent or obscene word, figure or representation or use of any profane, indecent or obscene language. And then it go down further, deso. And it tells you you're guilty of some offense, deso. Now when you go down to Section 9 down here so now, it tell you the same thing again. We can see what Section 9 I say down here so. If me I follow me reading. So, Section 9 I say, every person who shall commit any of the following offense shall be liable upon a second or any subsequent summary conviction to a penalty not exceeding $1,500. That I must say when they update it. Because this thing I write from must say, according to one Observer article, the ACA must say right from the 1800. I don't know if let me see if I find the Observer article. So the Observer article here about under Section 9C of the Towns and Communities Act of 1843, it is illegal for any person to use any profane, indecent or obscene language. Let me say when with the publication date of this thing right here. So this thing here published Sunday, September 3rd, 2023. I don't remember what they talk about this. It look like some kind of clash or thing, but that's not what we want to show. Them would amend the act. So them would amend this act here over time, but something would still remain in it. We just want to show you what point what we are trying to bring out here, so So see which part it come down here so now, Section 9C, what we just seen in the article, where it say, and I same thing we read up there, so basically, wall or fence or other building or any obscene figure, drawing, painting or representation or sing any profane, indecent or obscene language or ballad or write or draw. We see that up there so. My question though, why didn't this act define what profanity is? That's one of my question. Why? Because the act gives a definition to almost everything. If you look back up here, so it'll tell you what town mean, what this mean. Let me see if me now. So it has said this act may be cited as the Towns and Communities Act. In this act, carriage shall be deemed as, you see what they tell you? Towns shall comprehend all cities and village. Public place in section 11 shall mean and include and apply to every road, street. And it tell you what everything mean. And the act does not define what profanity is. It get really weird now, you know. Look which part it get weird. I could go over the Charter of Fundamental Right and Freedom now. We're going to talk about section 13 now. So section 13 over here, so make we find section 13. So section 13, and remember when we said the Town and Communities Act was written 18 some time there, and them keep updating it over time. Now look upon the Charter of Fundamental Right and Freedom now. 2011 them write this. Let me see if we can see the date. See it there? See the GG signature upon it there? 2011. Good? Alright. So we're going to look now upon section 13 what it say. Yeah, so. I remember again, you know, we not going to understand them things like UNO, you know. We talk to we leaders them, we authorities them. We not going to understand this thing like UNO. But what me not understand is how UNO write back something in 2011 give me. I tell me say me have the right to freedom especially, you know, the right to freedom of expression. Let me see if we can underline this thing here. Hold on, move this. Is that me I say? Hold on there. See it here? So this is a 13 section. So this is a section 13 3C of the Charter of Fundamental Right and Freedom. We never want to highlight the whole of that. That's just how we want to highlight. Yeah, so. See it there. The right to freedom of expression. Then me believe this thing should have given some form of definition. That's what most laws, most legislative frameworks, most of the times they give definition to ambiguous terms. Any form of ambiguity. Well, not all the time, because that's why them have what them call statutory interpretation, where if something I go wrong or if them identify a mischief in a rule, you know, what the legislator's intent, then the judge now can apply the mischief procedure. If you know, say, all right, I want mischief rule this, so we're going to deal with this, that type of way, as opposed to the simple rule and all these things. But this is too blatantly conflicting with the Towns and Communities Act for all of us to be playing blind. We are turning a blind eye to it. Police still a lock up man for Badwud, even though the freedom, this explicitly, see which part it said the right and freedom referred to in this subsection are as follow. The right to life, liberty, and it tell them the right to freedom of thought, conscience, belief, observation of political doctrine, the right to freedom of expression. And in my honest and humblest, my most honest and humblest opinion, I believe the same thing we want to call Badwud, profanity, whatever language you want to call it, is an expression. Unless me don't know what meaning of expression. Let me look up what expression mean. See what expression, me go in a Google, and so I said the action of making known one's thought or feeling. We're not talking about like a mathematical expression or them thing. And it's still an expression. Now, when you say man with the bomb buckler, I still express. And what this say? The right to freedom of expression. So something I go wrong right here, so. In my honest and humblest opinion, something is going wrong. Me hear this politician brother here use one of them sitting there. Everybody have a siege. This valedictorian youth here. Remember that something here? Listen good.
Big up on a blood clot cell.
And all kind of mixed reaction. Trump, what they say a thing. Use one of the expression and even do a different country still. And everybody make nice. But may I say in a Jamaica so, when are we going to navigate away from colonialism if we decide say we are going to become a republic? Me need somebody to answer that and tell me. See why something further say so again? In the same section 13, 3, D this now. So I'd say the right to seek, receive, distribute, disseminate information, opinions, and ideas through any media. I think it should say any medium, because medium are singular. So I say, what? That's how them legal people just write something so. But alright. I mean, I don't know if some rule of English change up somewhere there so. But we're not even talking about that, you know. Me I talk about the conflicting, the ambiguity with profanity or obscene language as outlined in the Towns and Communities Act. And the ambiguity of expression that me not see which part it explain. Maybe it explains somewhere down in it further there. And me not read, because we as black man, we just want to see one sitting for run with it. So me a part of it too. But there is some ambiguity here. And probably that's why you have statutory interpretation now for the judge now if he say, alright, I must this it mean. When him detect say there is a mischief somewhere in what them right. Because this have to be a mischief if it not straightforward. Why you don't explain to the people them? Because you come back 2011 now and right this give me and say, yeah man, you have the right to say what you want to say, what they on your mind, man. But yet still, over here so now, a man cost 2 Badwud as you call it, and police are charging man. A man cost Badwud on him political platform, you have a problem. Valedictorian, I say what I say, I don't want to call it. And listen, at no time is this video, this presentation intended to promote public disorder. Make me put out a disclaimer there. Still not have to do it, but you have to still disclaim to some of them people here. All me simply need to know is at what point, if we are going to become a republic, at what point do we navigate away from the psychological remnants of colonialism? When are we going to purge our minds from these, purge our minds of these psychological remnants that linger within our minds as a people of this country? At what point? Me don't know. Maybe one of them lawyers upon this thing can provide some answer and me stand corrected at any time. But for now, me want to know what I mean by expression, freedom of expression right here. So I don't need to come tell me what is profane language over there. So that may I say.